So let's talk about something that you'll be using often, and that's called strings. And strings are just simply a series of characters. So anything inside quotes, you can make a string. So for example, there you have it. That's a string. So it understands that everything between the parentheses is one. So once you have your string, you can actually go ahead and name the string with a variable. So for example, say their name is Lovelace. And so from there, we can edit that string by editing the variable. So one thing you often will do with data is put it in the proper casings. So for example, that's a name. So each first letter of each word should be capitalized. So a function to do that would be title. So we want to change the name to where it's a proper title. So name is our variable, title, and we'll just put empty parentheses and it'll understand that it's for the variable. And we'll just run that. As you can see down here, everything's properly capitalized. So you'll be cleaning a lot of data, especially if it's user inputted. Another way to clean data would be to make everything either uppercase or lowercase. And it follows the same guidelines. So print, name, and like it suggests, we're going to use the function upper and those empty parentheses. And now we're going to have Lovelace all capitalized. And follow the same syntax for lowercasing it. Oh, make sure you spell print correctly. Alright, so now we got all lowercase as well. Now, it's often useful to combine strings, and that is called concatenate. So if we wanted to add these strings, we'll just use actual plus signs. So let's first separate it. So I'm going to create some new variables first. Underscore name equals Ada. Last underscore name equals Lovelace. So if we wanted the full name, say that these have been separated in your tables, you would want to concatenate them. So I'm going to create a new variable called full name. Plus last name. And so that they're not directly one word, I'm going to add a space in there. So to do that, I'll just use parentheses, space, and then another plus sign. And then that way it's first name, space, last name. Now we have Ada Lovelace down here. So you saw how we added a space. Well, you may also want to tab in just to organize your data a little bit better. So to show you that, say we print just the word Python. As you can see here, it's lined up. If we wanted to indent that, we would do the backslash, then lowercase t, make sure you put your parenthesis. And once we run that, as you can see the difference here, you've now tabbed that over. That way you can add a tab. So just think of it as backslash t as that t for tab. And also you can tell Python to add a new line as well. And how Python recognizes a new line is backslash n. So here we have a new line, and then you can combine those. So print a new indented line, n/t Python, and then we have a new line that is also indented. So say you actually want to remove that white space. Instead of adding it, you use the strip function, and you're able to remove that space either from the right or from the left, or from it entirely. So say favorite language equals Python, and I left a space in there. New print favorite language strip empty parentheses, and run that. And you'll have that space removed. But you can also just remove it from one side or the other. So print favorite language dot right strip. That would remove it from the right side, and say there's extra space. On the left, you do L strip. And that is the breakdown of strings. Just so a little bit to clean that data there, you can make it a proper title, uppercase, lowercase. You can concatenate those strings, add white space, and take away white space. So that should clean up your data pretty well. See you in the next one.